Welcome to the stock workout where we flex on the market to make gains. In this video we're going to be talking about Healthier Choices Management Corp, ticker symbol HCMC. The reason for this video is just to take a look at some chart action that's been going on after Phillip Morris has responded dismissing the lawsuit. Before we get into it, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and support the channel. So, HCMC stock, why Healthier Choices is falling 25% today. Phillip Morris is trying to dismiss a vaping lawsuit against it. Here's what you should know. So this article basically just states what happened, what HCMC does, why they are suing Phillip Morris, and what Phillip Morris responded. So it says down here that in that motion, Phillip Morris says that Healthier Choices Management does not have grounds for its patent infringement lawsuit. If we take a look further down, it says, what does this mean for investors? The road ahead could be rocky. So much of the story for HCMC stock right now rests on the lawsuit. Keep a close eye on the proceedings and on how Healthier Choices responds. And most importantly, make sure to do your own research so you understand the risk and reward balance at play with this high-flying equity. So that article basically says that Phillip Morris dismissed the lawsuit. It says HCMC doesn't have grounds for a patent infringement lawsuit. And this is where the back and forth is going to start with both teams and both lawyers on both sides. They're going to keep filing new motions, and this is where you're going to see a huge fluctuation in the price of this stock. As we know, most investors invested in HCMC based on this lawsuit, thinking that HCMC would be able to win it or at least get a settlement. Now, that is still possible, but it may just take longer because HCMC are going to have to respond, and then it depends on whether Phillip Morris and their lawyers accept and go for a settlement. So, you know, it is a high risk, high reward play. I'm sure many of you already knew that, but if we take a look at the charts now, we've been seeing a sell-off for the last 2 weeks or so. This may be due to the market sell-off that's going on a whole, on a grand scale, but also we saw it drop down about 25% on Friday when the news came out, and this was just solely because a lot of sentiment was resting on the lawsuit. And once Phillip Morris filed to dismiss that lawsuit, a lot of people would have sold their stock. So the stock did drop to a low of around $0.0014. This really is a micro cap, isn't it? And then it did pick up a little bit. It ended Friday on 0.00175, and then it picked up to 0.0018 in the after hours. Now, volume has been quite high. Volume is significantly higher than it previously was, and this is probably mainly due to the lawsuit, people anticipating that the lawsuit response is coming closer and closer, and then we did see a massive sell-off, which is why you do see quite a bit of red here. RSI is quite low. So RSI on Friday, on closing, it was about 30, which indicates that it was oversold. Now, taking a look at the fib retracement, we saw it run up from 0.00012 all the way to a high of 0.006521. Since that high, since it reached this high, it has retraced. It retraced all the way back down to the 78% Fibonacci retracement. 78% it retraced to, and it has bounced off that. So some price points to take note of. Your first line of support is going to be this 78% Fibonacci retracement, and that is 0.001493. So that's your first line of support. Your first line of resistance is going to be up here at 0.002568. So currently we are sort of around the middle of these two ranges. There are 2 price points to look out for. So if you are in the green and you want to, you can set your stop loss down here at 0.0014. just to make sure that you do walk away profitable. If you're not, something to look forward to is to see if we break that 0.0025 resistance line in the coming days. But one thing to keep in mind is that the main driver for this stock now is going to be HCMC's response to Phillip Morris. If they file a response and they still are trying to go ahead for that lawsuit, or if Phillip Morris settled, that's going to act like the next catalyst to push this stock price higher. We are sitting a little bit more towards the oversold territory as well. Given the market conditions, the huge sell-off that's happening, maybe this has gone down further than it needed to have. So yeah, just keep an eye out on that. Keep an eye out on the RSI, the volume. Make sure that you keep an eye out on the price points as well, the support level and the resistance level. And once we have that information on HCMC's response, then we shall see where this stock moves next. If you appreciate that, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel so I can keep bringing you more content, and I'll see you on the next one.